Literacy Spotlight, Week 2, Punctuation. Firstly, can you tell when commas or apostrophes are being used correctly? Which of these is more likely to be correct? Let's eat grandma, or let's eat grandma. I like cooking my family and my pets, or I like cooking my family and my pets. The teacher's car, or the teacher's car. In Let's Eat Grandma, the apostrophe is correct. It shows a missing letter, which is called a contraction. The word let's is actually standing for let us. Without a comma, grandma is the subject of the verb eat. Do we really want to eat grandma? Or let's eat grandma. In this case, the comma is correct. It makes grandma the audience for the phrase let's eat. So this is an invitation to our grandma. I like cooking my family and my pets. Without a comma, my family and my pets are the subject to the verb cooking. Do we really enjoy cooking our family and our pets? Or, I like cooking my family and my pets. The comma makes my family and my pets part of a list of things I like, in addition to cooking. Commas are often needed for lists and help by taking the place of writing and over again. Rather than I like cooking and my family and my pets, we write I like cooking, comma, my family and my pets. The teacher's car. This sentence is ambiguous. Whose car is it? If we assume the car is the possession of 1, a teacher, then this is incorrect punctuation. Or 2, a group of teachers, this is also incorrect punctuation. To make this sentence clear, we need an apostrophe to indicate possession. Either the teacher's car with an apostrophe S, or the teacher's car with an S apostrophe. In the case of apostrophe S, the apostrophe before the S means the object, the car, belongs to the singular noun, that is the teacher, so the car belongs to the single teacher. In the case of the teacher's car, S apostrophe, the apostrophe after the S means the object, the car, belongs to the plural noun, that is the teachers. Notice that teachers ends in an S, so it's S apostrophe. The car belongs to the group of teachers. Strive for accuracy in punctuation. Commas help a person read writing correctly, so sometimes this can help. Read a sentence aloud to yourself. Do you naturally pause correctly as you read? Maybe a comma is missing. Or, and, ask someone else to read your sentence to you. Does the person read the sentence expressively, with pauses where you want them? If not, maybe a comma is missing. For typed writing, look for the word processor app's error indicators. Red squiggly underlines show spelling errors or punctuation errors. In the case of children's, children is already a plural noun, so the correct punctuation would be apostrophe S, children's apostrophe S. Or you might see blue underlines. These indicate grammatical errors. In this case, they're showing where commas are missing or where there are extra commas. But be careful. Word processors cannot tell you if you choose the wrong word, but the word is spelt correctly with a correctly used apostrophe. For example, dog's kennel apostrophe s for one dog, when you meant dog's kennel s apostrophe, a place for several dogs, your word processor will not be able to tell that you've incorrectly chosen the word dogs. Some basic rules for apostrophes. Apostrophes show possession. For a single noun, for example, Robert's essay, apostrophe s. For a plural noun, player's change room, s apostrophe. For proper names that end in an s, for example, James's office, we use apostrophe s at the end even if the final s is usually silent. Apostrophes also show contractions, that is, where letters are missed out from a word. For example, have not, haven't, can not, can't, do not, don't. It's particularly important to get its or its apostrophe s correct. Be careful. Its with no apostrophe is already possessive and doesn't need an apostrophe. It owns something. For example, the car has its lights on. There's no apostrophe. Its apostrophe s is a contraction. If you can divide its into it is or into it has, then you need to use an apostrophe. For example, it's Tuesday. It is Tuesday. Or it's arrived. It has arrived. Do not use apostrophe s for the plural of nouns. For example, potatoes apostrophe s is incorrect. Some basic uses for commas. It separates introductory words, phrases and clauses. For example, during the lesson, comma, we discussed triangles. Actually, comma, that is a very good point. But we don't tend to use them in very short sentences. For example, today I caught the bus. You could use a comma, it wouldn't be incorrect, but usually we try to minimize the number of punctuation marks in very short sentences. Separate items in lists use commas where there are more than two items. For example, for lunch I had a pie, sandwich and 2 plums, with the comma in between pie and sandwich. Commas also mark out non-essential information where it could change the meaning. In that case, we use a pair of commas. Here's an example. The class, comma, said the teacher, comma, is misbehaving. This sentence tells you that there is a naughty class. Another example. The class, said the teacher, is misbehaving. There's no commas. In this case, this sentence is telling us we've got a naughty teacher. If the first is the correct meaning, it could be correctly written, the class is misbehaving, said the teacher. In this case, what we've done is we've moved some of the clauses to other places in the sentence, and the sentence still makes the same sense. Commas are also used to mark off non-essential clauses, but only if the sentence means the same with the clause removed. For example, the analytical essay, comma, which the student edited, comma, was written well. You could remove the which the student edited and the sentence would still make exactly the same sense. The analytical essay was written well. In the second case, the apple that Snow White ate was poisoned. We don't use commas there because we need to know that this is the apple that Snow White ate. It's an essential piece of information, so we can't put commas around it. For more information, you can check the college and subject handbooks and guides. Check with your teacher. There are also online guides, but when you use these, check that they are Australian based. For example, the Australian Government Style Guide is a very easy way to find out some of the rules for punctuation. Also, you can use things like online apps. Grammarly is the most common, but when you use those again, check that they're set to Australian UK English.